If you are just joining us on Facebook Live, I'm Lauren Van Hamert from RDU on Stage. And this is my friend Alex Lewis and my new friend Sierra Nicole. Sierra, I really wanted to name my daughter Sierra, so I am loving on your name right now.
Thank
Um,
you.
but anyway, Alex is going to interview Sierra, and as always, if you have any questions, just type them into the Facebook chat, and I'll be sure Alex gets them. And I will see you guys at the end. Have a good chat.
Thank you. All right. How you doing? There we go. We're live.
How are you? It's been so long.
It's been such a long time. I miss you so much.
You have such a good setup.
Oh, thank you. This is what happened after quarantine and photography is not working. So
I need to do that. I need to just have like myself like a wall that I put like a background where I do a video. So far, I've just been like chugging along.
that's okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. So yeah. So the last time oh gosh, it's been such a long time since I saw you.
It's been a while. Has it been? It's been not a year yet, right?
No, I saw you in February though, when I was doing the thing at Sonoris.
That's right. That's right. I did see you recently. But we haven't been like like the last time we did in here at the window was like
Oh, that was so long.
October
Yeah.
of
Yes.
last year.
That was the last time that we were on stage together.
Yeah, we never like that's the first time and the last time. Like we never ever get to work together.
Oh my gosh, I know. Hey, we'll change that. 2021.
Eventually. Yeah.
Eventually
Oh yeah.
we'll get there. So how are you
Hopefully.
doing with quarantine, the pandemic, all of this crazy times?
I'm hanging in there. It's nice because I relocated and I went back home like with the family, so it's just really nice. Like my sister, I have like a 2-year-old nephew, so I've just been like helping and like babysitting with him. So it's been like it's crazy having like a 2-year-old in the house. Like it just changes everything, and having everybody like the family together now. It's weird, but it's nice to be around everybody. I can't imagine being by myself. Like I feel bad for people who are like by themselves in their apartments and whatnot. God, I'm glad I'm around people, but it is still a struggle not being outside. How are you doing with this?
I'm like hanging in there, making like TikToks, and I
Oh
have
yeah.
teaching Spanish actually. I've teach Spanish to some friends, and I just did Zumba yesterday. After a while,
Really?
yeah. I
Okay.
was Zumba. My friend Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. Hopefully you're watching. You better be watching. I'm just kidding. So she, I realized how out of shape I am, but I pushed
So wait,
through.
was it like a YouTube class or like did she do
Zoom.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we have to do everything on Zoom now.
Oh wow. So she like was doing it with you, like on the other side of Zoom. Oh wow, that's so cute.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the new
Wow.
normal now. That's literally the new normal.
I mean, I guess
Oh my
so.
gosh. Sorry, I just look at myself over here and I'm like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I try to avoid myself. I don't like to look at it. I just like stick with you.
So, what's your to-go audition song or monologue?
Oh my gosh.
And before you
Wow.
answer that, for the people that doesn't know you and are tuning in, because I cannot see, I cannot tell, but whoever's tuning in, tell us a little bit more about yourself. For the
Okay.
people who don't know you in the triangle.
Okay. I am Sierra Nicole Smith. I am an actor, a local actor. I do theater and film. I am also a singer-songwriter, so I'm around here doing a little singing as well. I do a podcast as well. It's kind of new, quarantine new, so but like I have a podcast coming out. And but yes, as an actor, I just go around theater. I've been a lot at Sonoris. I have been at Burning Coal a few times. And I've been a few things like Little Women. I have to read my resume to remember everything I've been in. And I can't even remember like all the recent
No,
stuff
I
I've been
got
in.
you right here. I got you right here because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. She have been in Much Ado, The Wolf,
Oh
Little
yeah. Oh
Woman,
my gosh.
Miss Lulu Bed,
Forgot about that.
122109.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Okay. Yeah.
Vagina Monologues.
Yes. Okay. I've been in a few things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Those things. Those things. Yeah.
I mean, there's even more, but yeah. So, what's your to-go audition song or monologue?
Okay. So I can't see my used to go song was a song from In the Heights, and I don't even remember because it was so long ago. But now my to go song is Sin in the Clowns. And
Okay.
like, but it's like it's not really, it's only like my to go song because I don't really like sing unless I have to. But Sin in the Clowns like isn't really my type because it's older. Like the person's supposed to be older, and I'm just like, but I sing it so well. I knock it out the park. Oh, and my monologue, thank you. My monologue, I wrote this monologue called like the Flynn Monologue, and so like I stick with that one like all the time, and nobody knows where it's from because I wrote it, and it's really good. It's a good comedy one.
Can you give us like a little bit of it, just a snippet? I know I put you
I
like
can
right
give you
on
a
the
snippet.
spot.
I can give you a snippet. I can give you a
Just a
snippet.
snippet.
Okay, I wasn't prepared to act. Okay. I have so much phlegm. It's amazing I still have a boyfriend. Seriously. Like when you wake up in the morning and you look over, you expect to see a goddess. You're not expecting to wake up to the croakings of an 80-year-old. If I had a penny for every time I ruined a romantic conversation with my boyfriend, I could pay off my student loans. Like seriously, I need this. I can't keep living like this. Last night, I was on a date, a romantic night, and we were and right when it was getting hot and sultry and I was getting so excited, I freeze and I choke and I cough. And then a huge wad of phlegm just slams in his face. And I just watch it slide down like a slug or like the tears from my embarrassment. So if you can give me a cure, I would appreciate it. It was something like that. I didn't prepare for it, so I kind of forgot some of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I put you in the spot. No, but I like it. I like it. That's really nice. That's really nice. I like it.
Very random.
I know. I didn't even tell you. I'm like, yeah. So since many things have been going on, and obviously we cannot do theater the regular way. Back in the day when we actually do normal theater, what was like your warm up routine before you go out and perform? Do you have like a whole like ritual thing that you do? Like you get like your tea?
I have a ritual. I do. I have a ritual. But it's just a ritual. I guess it's just like meditating. So I have to like be by myself and I sit down. I guess like most of the time I'm cross-legged if I'm able to. And then I just like have my hands on like my thighs and I just close my eyes and I just really put myself in the world of the character and I act as if I'm that character and I try to be that character. I just try to put myself in the world and put myself in that place of that character just to get my emotions there. And then I actually remember who this person is. And then I just kind of meditate onto that. And I just can't really talk to anybody. I like to not talk to anybody. And it's hard with theater people. But yeah, I try to meditate. I take a few seconds, like maybe like 5 minutes just to meditate and to close my eyes and just to breathe and just to be that person. But yeah.
I like that. You indulge in the whole character. That's good.
Yeah, I like to.
That's good. That's good. Oh my gosh. Let's see what other question I have in here. So what attracted you to begin your career specifically as an actress? Like, was it like you got like inspired by someone? What made you decide it's like I'm gonna be an actress?
Okay. Okay. All right. This might be a little lengthy, but
That's fine. Go ahead.
Well, so my mom is like an actor, and like my family, they're all very creative. People like sing and stuff like that. So being a performer just kind of was like already a thing I knew I was gonna do. So I automatically wanted to be a singer, and in middle school, like when I was like 12 years old, I got really like, insecure, very much like tweeny, like, oh, I hate my life. I don't like anything, like very sad and depressed. And like, I was very insecure and I was like, I'm not a good singer at all. I can't sing. What am I going to do? And I was like, oh, I'll just act. So acting was my backup plan. That was my backup job. was like, let me just do that because I could just do that. And then I did it in 6th grade. I auditioned for this show, and I got I didn't even get in. I like got understudy, but yeah, but the girl got sick or she couldn't do it, so I ended up being like a lady in waiting, like and like Once Upon a Mattress. That was the show, and I was like a
Ooh.
lady in waiting, and so I was like, oh, I didn't really get that much of a role, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm not like made for this. And so like for the rest of the time, I was just in chorus and doing music and everything like that. And then like when I was in 9th grade, I went to Wake Forest High School, and Ariana DeBose, she was in Hamilton or whatever. She went to school with me. And so
Oh,
yeah, she was like a
sorry.
senior. Yeah. Do you know,
And she's
yeah.
in West Side Story. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh
She's
yeah, yeah, she
yeah,
is. Yeah,
yeah.
she is. So yeah,
Just yeah. Just I'm just fanboy a little bit. Just yeah. Mm-hmm.
wow. Okay. So yeah, she was a senior and I was like a freshman, and it was really cool because she was like, she called me like her little mini me, and it was really cool because she was like the other black person, because Wake Forest is very like country. There's like, and so there was like not that many black people in the theater department, so it was nice to see like a black female, and so like she kind of like put me under her wing and stuff, so it was really cool. And so but I got back into acting because I saw her. We went to like took a field trip or whatever, and I saw her perform Ragtime at my theater. And I was like, wow, this is such a great show. I love this song. She sang that song, Your Daddy's Son. Daddy's Son. Yeah, Your Daddy's Son from
Yes.
Ragtime. And I love that song. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can sing and act. So I was like, I can do this. And so I was like, oh, I want to be an actor. So I guess she kind of like catapulted it for me to go back into it. But yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
It's a
I
long
like.
story.
No. That's good. I like that. Like I like that connection too. You're like, oh, I just know Ariana. Ariana DeBose. Not a big deal. Hey,
See, I don't
day,
know.
one
I
day
don't
it's
know
gonna
that
be.
people know of her because like I only know because I see her on Facebook. So I see all this stuff about her, but it's because I see her posted on Facebook. So
Yeah.
like I don't know that other people like really know her, but I guess because she is in West Side Story. Because I'm like I know that she's about to be in West Side Story. I know she's about to be all this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, so everybody really does like know Ariana.
See, and now that you mentioned that, because you mentioned her name, and this was not like the whole question that I have. So, and probably people are gonna be like, "Why do we have to? We have to talk about Hamilton?" Okay. So, Hamilton question for you. Okay.
Okay.
If you could pick any of the characters, it doesn't matter if it's a male character that you could play. Who would it be and why? I know there's so many.
Do I
It's
have
like,
to pick one? Can I pick two?
oh yeah, by all means.
I'll do
Yeah.
a male and a female.
Okay.
Obviously, I mean, to me, it's obvious, but I feel like I would play Angelica Schuyler. I mean, I feel like that would be my part. I mean, I feel like that would just be perfect for me, honestly. But, but I think I don't know. I think everybody says this, but everybody loves Thomas Jefferson.
I can see that because I mean I have seen you perform in Little Women. Like I can totally see that.
Yeah, I can. I'm like, I really love playing villains, and like I was really good at it, like back when I was playing it, like back in undergrad. So I'm like, I really want to play. Like, and he's not even a villain. I don't even know why I said villains, but like he's just very charismatic, just that character. And most of the villains are charismatic, so I guess that's why I say it. But yeah, like a charismatic person, like that is like a character that I really like to play, and I'm good at playing it. So I would love to play that character.
Oh.
Who would you like to play?
Oh, I was not prepared to answer questions, but yeah. Some people have told me, like I have one of Amanda, who is the parent of one of the kids that I did a show. I did Oliver with them. They told me that they see me as Thomas Jefferson. I would love to play any of the characters, even ensemble, just because it's such an intricate show and you have to give your all technically, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Enough about Hamilton. Let's talk more about you. So,
It's a
Um,
great show. It's a great show. I watched it earlier today. It's a great show.
really, I've only seen once. I'm slacking.
Oh, Disney Plus. Disney Plus.
I have been, well, I have been just a little bit trying to keep myself busy, just a little bit. But yeah, I have been plus over there. What I was gonna tell you. So tell me, is there anything that you're working right now?
Right now, no. I think I just finished doing something
Yeah,
like last week on like Sunday.
yeah.
What is today? Oh my God, it's
Oh
Corona.
wait,
Today's Wednesday. Yeah, on
Wednesday.
Sunday. It was on Sunday. On Sunday, I just finished. It was Scarlet Later, and it's by Larry Bliss. It's an original piece by Larry Bliss. It's an original play, and I did like a little Zoom stage reading of it. So that was my last thing that I did. So I do have something coming up, possibly like in 20, I don't know if it's 2021 or 2022. I don't know. In my head, I was like, it's a long time from now. So I'll just write it down in my brain and later. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know if it's like official yet because you don't know with everything with Corona or whatever, but I'm supposed to be doing something like that in the near future. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying anything because I don't know if it's like official yet.
You're
I'm
doing
not sure.
something.
I'm doing
That's
something
good.
though. Coming up. Watch my
So
Facebook.
if you're watching this, keep an eye for Sarah Smith.
Yep, add me on Facebook.
Add her on Facebook, Instagram, right? Instagram, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Instagram too. But I'll add you as a friend on here too. But yeah, Instagram.
Now I have another. Well, I have a whole bunch of questions, and I'm not even going in order. So, what are the most hardest roles you have ever played? And I know like you have done all these shows because I saw your resume and I'm like, oh. I give you a few minutes because it's like I'm like you have a lot of roles. So, what was like the most hardest one or more challenging for you?
Okay.
I know there's, and then I'm still looking at your resume. Don't mind me.
It's fine. Can I give you like in different aspects, different shows that were the hardest? So
Yeah.
I was in Bloody.
Yeah.
So Bloody Andrew Jackson was hard for me. I did that at UNCG, and I was in the ensemble for that. And that wasn't hard, but it was difficult more than usual because there was a lot of energy. Like it was a dance piece. It was very ensemble. It was kind of like Hamilton, like where it was very like of an ensemble piece. So you're always moving, we're always dancing, we're like the background characters, whatever, but we all kind of like have a pretty good role. So it was just very like we like rehearsed day in, day out, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. And I enjoyed it so much. It was just a lot of emotion. It was just the first production I've been in that where like I went in and we rehearsed for like hours on hours, like all day until like 11 p.m. at night. Like it was just so immersive and I completely enjoyed it. But it was just the first time I ever experienced it. So that was hard. But I did this show called Rantoul and Die.
Ooh.
And it's by this guy, I think his name is Mark Roberts. I tried to look at my resume and see like the names of like the people who wrote the thing, but it's by Mark Roberts, and I think he was the producer. He wrote that show called Mick and Molly or something like that. Mike and Molly, some show that was some sitcom that was popular back then or whatever. Anyway, that piece or whatever was very difficult because at the end I had this 5-page monologue about how like I like murdered this person. And so I'm describing how I murdered this man and like destroyed like the evidence, like just like got rid of the body, and cleaned up like the place. Like it was such a long monologue and it was all in this country accent. And I cannot do a country accent well at all. Like Inherit the Wind, when we were in it, that was so difficult for me because my family is like from New York. So and I was raised here, don't get me wrong, but it is for some reason, it is just so hard for me to do a country accent. I just can't do it. So that was the hardest play to do because I talked for so long in such an accent that I couldn't do. It was just, yeah.
Don't worry, I understand you very well since I have an accent. I cannot play a Southern man, a black Southern man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I get to that point eventually
That's right.
with more training, and this is more of because there's obviously like youngers that might have seen you in Little Women specifically and other shows. Like I remember that I saw the post for, and I'm sorry that I didn't saw you in that show, The Wolf.
Oh my
But
god.
especially with everything going on in theater right now, all the BLM movement and all of its things. Do you have any advice for? Oh my gosh, I sound like such an old person. We're not that old, I swear,
All right.
do you have any advice for people that, because we are both in like a talent agency, which remind me of your talent agency. I'm sorry, I read it earlier, but I forgot.
JTA agency.
There you go. So do you have any, yes, and can you talent, shout out to you guys too. Do you have any advice for, because obviously you see the mainstream and obviously there's not as many roles for people of color, people like us.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see your input in the fact of, do you have any advice for like little girls? Obviously now Hamilton is such a huge thing because looking at it, the character is supposed to be white and we have people in color, which is great because many years ago you didn't see that. Is there any advice that you have for any like aspiring, either it is a parent that is looking at you right now or a little girl that is looking at you like that and be like, oh my gosh, I look just like Ciara, that can identify with you? Do you have any advice? I'll say especially for minorities, do you have any advice on how to star, because they probably like, oh, I have never done community theater. Can you like tell us about like what you will tell them specifically, because there's many roles out there that women of color can do, black women can do, but unfortunately they typecast it to a certain race. Is there any advice that you have for like people out there watching us?
Well, in regards to stage, and for film in general, if you don't get that role, don't worry about it. It does not mean you are not a good actor. Okay, like sometimes if you're trying out for a role and the love interest for the role is 6 foot and you're 5'2", and they're like, that's too much of a difference, then they'll hire another girl that's 5'7" because the height looks better. It's not because you're not good. So anything could happen. It could be because of the hair color. Anything can happen in the process of why you didn't get a role. So don't ever give up just because you get rejected, because the rejection, that is your job. Being an actor is being able to accept rejection. Being an actor is being rejected. You have to accept it. That's what happens as we are what we are, So you just got to keep auditioning and audition for anything. Even if you don't think that you would fit that type, you never know. Just audition just because that's why we're doing this, because we enjoy finding different roles and being able to show our talent. And so look at auditions as a way to show that talent. Don't look at it as like such an intimidating thing. Get excited for it, because that's why we do it, because we want to act. To get excited about being able to show somebody your ability to immerse yourself into a new thing. Just enjoy what you do and don't ever second guess yourself or your talent, I suppose. Thank you.
Sorry, I love it, because that was gonna be like one of my other questions of how you handle rejection, because obviously it's part of the industry, it's part of theater, and
it is.
Obviously coming like from an agency, they send you all of this, and you gotta submit to a huge amount of auditions until you can finally book it.
Right. Oh, and that's the other thing. Okay. When I first got into my agency, my first auditions were slave roles. Like, be prepared, because you're going to be that stereotype. Be prepared for getting offered roles that are going to be your stereotype, and don't just reject it just because you're like, oh, you're too good for it. Just accept the role. Accept any role that you get, unless it compromises your integrity, of course. But other than that, help out with like showing history, but you're going to get a slave role if you're black. And, and in any of the stereotypes of your race, that's probably what's going to happen because people are very judgmental out there. And until the industry changes, that won't change. So just accept it for right now, and hopefully it will change, and we can help change that. But you got to get your foot in the door. So don't be afraid to just do a little something that you won't really want to do.
Amen. I like that. Amen.
Mm.
Amen. Yeah, because it's, we see there's many things that have to change in that sense. Let's see. Now, you pick up on that a little bit of what I was gonna ask. So, will you say as a, actress, singer, songwriter, podcaster, would you say for acting, and I'm going on acting right now, do you prefer to do film or live theater or both?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, I like both. I like stage because with stage, I don't have to like back down. Like I can do whatever I want. The only bad thing about stage is if I don't truly try. If I don't put my whole self into it, that's the only thing you could do wrong in stage. With film, I like it because that'll give me some raw emotion that'll come out like once in a while. I'll just have this raw emotion that just comes out and I can just feel it. And then like with film, like you get to go over that scene over and over again. So you get to feel that feeling over and over again. You just get to practice that talent over and over again. And I don't know, I just kind of enjoy that too. So I like them both. I like them both a lot.
Hey, I agree with you on that too. There's, they both got their pros on it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. What was the first show you ever did?
Oh, I already told you that though. That was What's Upon a Mattress.
Oh, that's right.
And I was a lady in waiting. I
Duh.
was the understudy, but yeah.
Now, what is a role that you would love to play of any Broadway show, either past or present or current? Which role would you love to play? It doesn't matter if it's a musical, it's a straight play. What role would you love to play? I know there are many, and I'm not gonna like just limit you to one. So just, yeah. It's hard. I know. I put you like on that like hard questions. Like as an actor, you want to keep like. You know what show I really see you? Well, you
what?
think of it. I see you like in The Lion King.
Okay.
Like
that.
I do. That's like my favorite show ever. And then you mentioned In the Heights too earlier.
I did.
One of your To Go song. What was the song? Do you remember?
I can't even remember. I'm gonna have to, because that was like back in middle school. That was so long ago. But okay, I know what I would do. I have two different characters that I would do. But
Okay.
I was just deciding because I wanted to say one, but I'm trying to decide which one. But
no, do
I
two.
would do Spring Awakening. There is that main character in Spring Awakening. I can't remember her name, but the main character in that one, or basically an ensemble member, any ensemble member, just so I can be one of the characters who gets to sing the song "Mama Who Bore Me." I love that song, and I just love the show Spring Awakening because I love Duncan Sheik. He's the writer who like wrote that music, and he did this like one hit wonder in the 80s called Barely Breathing, and that used to be my song for the longest time before he was in Broadway. And I was like, when is he gonna do something else? And I saw him do Spring Awakening. I was like, oh my gosh, there is a whole Broadway show on his music, and it was so good. And okay, so the other character, sorry, I got excited about Duncan Sheik. The other character I would do would be Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. I really, really, really like the Mad Hatter a lot. I mean, I love the Mad Hatter so much. Like it's just such a crazy character, and I love the music, like because the Mad Hatter has so many jazz solos, like jazzy solos, and I love that music. I love In the Heights too, though. So I think I would be in the ensemble for In the Heights. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot.
That's one of my favorite shows.
You like In the Heights?
I love In the Heights. It's in my
Really?
top 3 shows.
Okay. What was one of the shows? Okay, what was the one of the songs? It was the girl who it was the main character
Uh,
girl. I can't
uh,
remember.
Breed.
Yeah, it was a solo that she did.
I think it might be Breed because
Maybe
she
it was
sings
Breed.
I cannot sing right now, but Breed. And
Sing it. Go ahead, sing. I want to hear you.
oh, you put me on the spot. Wait, like I usually
You
like
don't
my
have
to
to.
go song is like what was it? Corner of the Sky from Pippin. That was my to go song, which I
Oh,
sang.
Pippin. I love Pippin.
Oh my gosh, you could be like the lead player, however. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I thought you were gonna sing Pippin. What happened to that?
That song. It goes like how this song goes. Oh dear Lord. It's like everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats fit on the windowsill, children fit in the snow. So why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? And yeah, and then goes higher, and like I cannot do the high note right now, but you know.
Thank you. Thank you. That was
Thank
beautiful. I
you.
appreciate that. You gave me a solo concert. Thank you.
Well, now that you mentioned that, it's kind of like I remember so long ago when we did like the thing for I did the thing for Enrock. It's funny because it's kind of like when you have been doing like theater and you're like, okay, I'm cool with the ensemble, but lead role, and then you're like, okay, I have to sing by myself with nobody. You're like,
I know.
oh my God.
I know. I hate that.
And I gotta go back to this because people probably are watching like, oh my gosh, stop, people. Now, going back with Inherit the Wind, right?
Okay.
Do you remember during our like break? It was so funny because we would do this, and I miss this with like theater people. When I would be like with my water bottle, and we start like dancing, waiting for like act 2.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, oh, let's wait. Like,
oh, I miss that so much.
I miss that so much because it's just like, you know, unfortunately with quarantine, like, you know, you love your people, obviously your family, but then you're like, okay, I cannot be that weirdo that does theater because you start talking about theater and your family's like, or your friends are like, really?
See, I can do it because, you know, my mom's in theater.
There you go. See,
poor dad. My dad's by himself, just like, oh my God.
See, none of my family, they're not in theater, but every time I mention theater, they're like, okay, great. Well, another musical. Awesome. Yay.
Oh my God. I could not imagine. That is not how that goes over here. Oh, wow. You can share it with me.
That works.
You got it.
What I was gonna tell you? Oh, what I was gonna mention? Let's see. Yeah, you answered that. Okay, it's just a good question. If you could choose, because obviously you know you're with an agency, right? Let's just say, with the huge amount of things that, thank you both to our agencies because they're amazing. They're taking great care of us and every talent that they have. If you could choose to work with 3 actors, okay? Male actors, okay? Let's say you book a role as a leading lady and you gotta pick 3 actors. Who will you pick for a film? Who will you pick and why?
And you said they had to be male actors?
Yes, and then we're gonna go male and then female.
Okay, and why?
And
oh,
you pick,
boy.
You will pick the kind of movie. It could be like a drama, it could be like a thriller. Like I'm just interested on that part because you know everybody have that that goal of like I want to work with this person.
Right.
While you think about it, I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
While you think about it, just to kind of give you some time. So there's Will Smith, And I know everybody right now is talking about the whole thing with Jada. We're not gonna go there, people. Not today.
Oh my God!
So-
Right, that just happened. Oh my gosh.
but you know, it's memes with them. But there's Will Smith. Definitely would like to work with him. Oh my gosh, what's the guy of what's the name of this guy? Liam Hemsworth.
Okay.
He was. He's been in so many things, and I cannot. He was in a movie with Miley Cyrus. Yeah. The last song.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God, really? Oh, that's right. He was.
I think so. I hope that's the
He
name.
was.
Of the
No,
movie.
he was. He was. I forgot.
It's the only movie that I know him from. So then Will Smith. I love I Am Legend. I think that's the name of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to do an action movie with him because he's just. I don't know if I could. I don't know. I just pictured doing an action movie. And Men in Black, obviously, it was just like a big influence and everything.
Right.
So Liam Hemsworth. I don't know. I want to see do something funny. Like it'll be like a funny comedy movie. Like probably like just one of those movies that you're like, oh yeah, we're college student. Oh, really? Oh. No offense to college. No offense to college students. I love you guys, but you know, like just like those frat boys, kind of like.
I could see you doing that.
Oh, and I have to pick someone else.
Yes, you do.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Wait, who?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Who?
Hamilton creator, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I know, the accent doesn't help. It gets worse at night.
I'm sorry.
You're right, like, what are you mumbling?
I didn't say that. I did not say that you're mumbling.
It's okay. I'm just messing with you. And then Lin-Manuel.
Oh my God.
I'll do any, like, probably, like, I wanted to have, like, a voiceover, like, for a cartoon. Because I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he did, like, the Moana, one of the Moana song or the whole thing.
Right.
But, yeah.
He did do that. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh.
Those are my top three. So Will Smith, Liam Hemsworth, and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay. I like those. I'm gonna top yours. I'm gonna top them though. I'm gonna top them. Okay. So the first person I would want to do is Steve Carell, and I would want to be in a comedy with him, of course. And the next person I would do would be Chris Tucker. And I would do something like Fifth Element, something like that with him, something like that. So I could be like the new Black Fifth Element or something. I would love that. And who? Oh my God, I already thought of the other person. Who did I say? Oh, Tom Hanks. Duh. And of course it would be a drama with a little bit of comedy, but drama, like a Forrest Gump.
Love it.
Those are three.
Love it. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for giving me time.
Oh yeah. Now I'm like, crap. I gotta think about the other like three for female. Ooh. Meryl Streep. I love Meryl Streep. And that would definitely have to be a drama.
For sure.
There's so many things that she have done that first thing that popped into my head is Into the Woods. So yeah, Meryl Streep. Who else? Oh, there's so many great actresses out there.
I know, so many.
Second, Viola Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I love Viola Davis, especially on How to Get Away with Murder.
I love her.
Nice. Viola Davis. And I don't know, I feel like I will want to do a comedy because it'll be something unexpected since she's so well known from the drama.
I could see that. I feel like I've seen her do a comedy before. Like I know that she does comedy well. I don't know how I know this.
She probably does. I probably haven't seen it. I should like.
Maybe I just assume because she's amazing.
She's really amazing. Oh, and I have one more. Oh. This is so hard now that I think about it.
Yeah, it is.
And well, like everybody in my close group of friends, I would love to work with Demi Lovato, and it will be a musical. Even though she hasn't done like any film, even though she was on a Netflix show, but with like Will Ferrell, yeah, that was quite a show.
Wait,
But
she was
I
in the
sort of-
Netflix show?
yeah, I forgot the name of the show, but she was in a show.
Oh, I'll look that up because I didn't know that. I love
I
Netflix.
gotta look it up because I don't remember. But yeah, this will be like my three. So Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, and Demi Lovato.
Okay, can I say 4? Because one of mine is gonna be one of yours that you already said. So 2 of
Yes.
you. So obviously the repeat's gonna be Meryl Streep. I want to wear it with Meryl Streep, but I would do a comedy because she did this comedy called Florence Jenkins, and
Yes.
it was so funny. I have to be in a comedy with her, and of course, Ariana DeBose is gonna be in prom with her. Oh, oh, and Nicole Kidman. Oh, I would love to work with Nicole Kidman too, but that's my 5th one. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to pick.
It is.
Obviously-
There's so many strong females out there. There is. Okay, let me see my last 2. I have 2 more.
This is
Dang, I forgot. Who did I say? I was gonna say Monique because I love Monique
oh,
because she's so funny, and like I
Monique.
never see her anything else. And I heard that she was blackballed, and I'm like, I really want to see her in some other stuff. I would love to work with Monique. And and Reese Witherspoon. I have a special place in my heart for Reese Witherspoon. I love her so much, like so
How
much.
did I forgot about Reese?
Reese Witherspoon, if you're watching, I love you.
Oh, sorry, I got completely like lost. Sorry, because I'm looking at. Oh, hi. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the shot now. Oh, hi. Larry Bliss is on like 29 minutes ago. Tap May is clapping. Yay.
Hi, Larry.
Oh, and Danny. Hi, Danny. Oh, my other stage wife. I have many stage wives, by the way.
You stay having stage wives. Like you
I-
just get one after the other, don't you? You just tack them on.
Thank you, directors. I swear I'm not a player.
Oh, okay.
Danny said, I can see Sierra as Peggy and Maria Reynolds in Hamilton.
Thank you. I could see that too. Thank you.
I really could see in Hamilton on so many shows. Oh, and then Edith said, strong females indeed. I love Monique too. We all love Monique, Miss Edith.
We all love Monique. I
do.
love her.
And then, she said, great to see you up here. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Edith. I love you, Edith. You are so supportive. I love you, Edith. She is so amazing.
Miss Edith, I love her. I miss her so much. Sorry.
I miss her so
everybody.
much. It's been so long.
It's been so long. Oh my god. But thank you for having fun with us, guys. I'm just there with Olive. Yeah, Miss Edith, you will always be my stage wife in Oliver. You were one of my. It was like my second. Okay, let's stop talking about my wife.
Right, you gotta call yourself out.
Awkward for me now. So, what is like, since we are all in this, as a performer in this pandemic thing, in what way, how can I put this question? What is your creative process like as an artist?
Like if I were like an actor getting a new role, or like
I'll say, and I'll put it this like really general, like it could be any type of art. Like it could be acting, filming, songwriting. What's like your whole process? Like, let's say, like, how do you approach the whole thing? As far as like, let's start with acting. Let's say like your agency send you a casting call, and I'm doing this because of people that I'm watching, and they're like, oh, I have never done acting, and I'm like too old for this or this and that, And you mentioned that before, that just go with it. And we were talking specifically about minorities, but for other people that have never done acting,
okay,
what's your process? Just to like, what would you tell them to be like aware, unaware, or what they should be like careful about, especially and I'm going particularly as a minority, because there's people like watching or people that are gonna see this later on, and they're gonna be like, let's talk about us in that sense. So,
okay, with my creative process, just in general, like as an actor or just like as an artist in general, it is really all about confidence. It is all about confidence and staying confident in yourself. So when you are about to start something new, it is I know this from experience. You want to start out like as if you're vomiting, excuse my language, vomiting all this creativity on a quote unquote um, piece of paper. You want to vomit it all out, okay? You don't want to be an editor. Your job isn't to be the editor. Your job is to produce all of this creativity, because what happens is when you're about to start and you're about to write this amazing story, you get in your head and you start thinking, oh, well, this isn't good. Oh, well, this isn't great. Or when you start doing a role, you're like, oh, well, this isn't going to work. Oh, well, they might think this is stupid. Oh, this might look stupid. Don't worry about that. Just focus on being in that part and being confident in enjoying the creativity that you're going to offer in that role or in that piece of art or in that song or in the music. Just be confident in the music, or in the, let's just say the music, quote unquote, in the music that you can provide the world. Just be confident in what you can bring, okay? And don't just automatically say it's not going to work. Don't completely throw something away before you even give it a chance. Give yourself fire. Even if it seems stupid, it is a start. Don't throw anything away. Don't throw away songs. Don't throw away art, because everything, you're going to appreciate it. Everything matters, I think. Was that good?
I really like it. No, because it's oh, hi friends. Oh, Anthony Cooper is in there. Hey Anthony. Oh my gosh, we're in the wait all together.
Just realized that.
Oh, I miss everybody.
I know. That was really fun. It was hot. It was so hot. But it was fun.
It was a really fun show. I do not miss moving stuff around. I sound like I'm so lazy, but I'm not. I do not miss moving. I think one thing that show taught me, like personally, is how you can put people in one space and see how people can get crazy about where they're gonna sit because the chairs are not there. It felt like playing musical chairs every time we performed. It was great.
Oh my God. Like I never knew how important it was for people to be in the correct atmosphere. Like atmosphere matters, okay?
So other theaters, if you do something like that, that'll be a different experience every time. It's a great interactive experience.
Make sure they're comfortable. Make sure that the audience is always comfortable from when they walk in the door. And it was also hot that day, okay? That was why it was hard to move things around. It was so hot. And there was like, did we even have water? We had those two little fountains.
Yes. We love you, JTP, by the way. We're just saying the reality of acting and actors that have to go through. It's all part of the fun.
All part of the fun.
But I was kind of, you mentioned this like way before. So since your mom is an actress too, which I think your mom might be. I felt like I saw your mom in something. She
was in Little Women. Oh, but you didn't see Little Women.
I saw Little Women.
Oh, you did? Oh yeah, she was in Little Women.
Yes, that's why I'm like, I saw your mom in Little Women. Wait, is she with the same talent agency that you are in?
She is with Talent One.
Okay.
But I think I'm actually trying to switch to KU, to be honest.
Oh God.
Because I hear so many good things about it, so I want to try to switch over. Have you been getting a lot of auditions?
Yes.
Even during quarantine?
Yes. Well, it's funny because before this interview, they sent me way before this, because it's funny. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do an interview with Sarah. I'm like, I took a shower, look all nice. I even checked. If you see my previous video on Facebook, I'm like, I look like a caveman. I look like a caveman.
No, you do not. I saw it.
I'm like, should I spray? And I'm like, oh, she cannot smell me. Like, I'm like, okay. Sorry, TMI people. Sorry.
You smell great. You smell great. I'm letting you know right now. You smell great.
Thank you. I just sweat a lot, yeah. But like, since everybody have been so sad, because of obviously what happened, and I feel like, and I thank you for saying yes to be interviewed by me.
Yeah.
And I'm not done yet. I'm just kind of like pointing that out, because it's like everybody, I don't know, like 10 people thought I think they were watching. 9 people, who cares? So, oh my gosh, Anthony Cooper is so hot. It was so hot. It was
It was
hot.
so hot. It was
We lost
awful.
some weight, but it was
Yeah,
worth it. It
we
was so
did.
worth it.
It was
It was
worth
so
it.
worth
I don't know. I don't know about that. It was worth it for the audience.
it. It was well.
They said it was good. They said the effect was good. So I'm glad that they enjoyed it at least. That was a good concept.
And you played 2 characters though.
I did. Oh my god, I did. That's
Tell
right.
us about that, because obviously for the people that haven't seen the show, this is a really important thing as an actor, because we were able to distinguish 2 different characters that you had, because you play my wife. Yes, on Inherit. Oh my god, shoot, I have a lot of wife. Am I getting typecast to just have a different wife forever? Hey, I'm not complaining.
You better not complain.
No, I love you as my wife. I've had so many. Hopefully, I don't have like multiple wives in the show. That'll be like, insane.
I mean,
But,
I have a million dads. I have like so many dads. It's insane.
hey, that's okay. That's okay. But tell us about how you prepare for those double roles, because it was really distinguished.
Well, oh my gosh, the outfits really helped a lot. Like, okay, I was a scientist for that role, and then I was like I ran, what was it? Was it a hot dog? Oh yeah, I ran a hot dog stand. So yeah. What? No, I think that was the same role. That was the same role.
Oh, that was the same role. Sorry.
Don't do that to me now. No, that was the same role. Okay, but I made that character. I like to make it where, so my character was a scientist, and so it was easy because those characters, I like to figure out the difference between the 2 characters. So figure out like, what does this character believe in? What is their belief? What do they really stand for? And what are they really passionate about? When you figure out those things, it's really easy to make a narrative off of that, because you can either base it off of experience of another person who you think is similar to this, or you can just create your own. Like, it's really fun. It's fun to create a character. But yeah, I like playing those 2 different characters. I like being in the suit because I thought I was really cute being in my suit, and in the hot dog stand, I was okay.
You look really cute. You were really
But
cute.
I liked being your wife though. I liked being your wife with the hot dog stand.
I had a pleasure being your husband. Oh my, sorry, I'm looking at the comments and I got distracted. She did a great job in Little Woman, Eden. Yeah, you did a great job in Little Woman. That was the first time I actually saw you for Little Woman.
Thank you. Was that Edith? You said Edith. Thank you, Edith.
Edith, yeah, and Edith, polygamous, Alex. Okay, they cast me as I'm like polygamous. Okay, I'm monogamous. Okay, let's. Okay, anyways, enough about me. Okay. So you mentioned this. So your mom is an actress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen you both perform amazingly, because I saw you both in Little Woman. I need to see more shows. 2021. Sorry, 2021. Is there like, since there's so many, and I'm going with kids because gosh, I feel so old. Sorry, I have like a 75-year-old man soul in me.
Me too.
But it's kind of like, do you feel like in a way, since your mom does theater too and she acts and she's an actress as well, because obviously in this industry there's many people that are like, which I saw this a while ago, like, actors are not essential, and they say a lot of things. Some people say like, oh, I can act, and it's not really that simple. It's not like, yeah, I can just step in the stage and do that. Is there any like, do you go by any motto or any like advice or any particular thing that your mom have taught you in your career?
That my mom taught me?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, let me think.
I know that's like a load of
yeah, this is a lot, because now this is something that I have to remember what my mom has said. Let me think.
Yes. Mom is watching, right? Your mom is watching.
I think she's watching. I'm not sure.
Hi,
She can't really figure out how to use the
If not,
the
watch
thing.
it later, Mom. You have an amazing daughter.
Thank you. Let me think. My mom is she's really good about confidence. Like, she really taught me about like just to be confident in myself and to not care. Like, to walk in being the person that I want to be. So whether like it's an audition or whether it's a rehearsal, no matter what, walk in being that person that I want to be, and then that's who I am. And then that kind of just helps. It's the confidence. It gives me the confidence to be whoever I want. It's almost like, when people are mascots and they are so much more confident because they have like something that they're hiding behind. It's not that I'm hiding behind anything, but it's like I have this whole new confidence where it's like nobody can touch me. I am who I am and nobody can touch me. And if they try to be mean to me, it doesn't matter because this is who I am. And I guess she kind of taught me that, the confidence part. Yeah. She's a lawyer too, so it helps for her. All confidence is so within her career.
I like that. Yay! That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because it's, obviously, as many actors and actresses, we experience the fact that people are like, they don't take the arts as serious anymore, and it's kind of like, obviously, how the whole industry is because of obvious reasons. With like, there's obviously less roles for us, or you always get typecast to be like the bad person or whoever. It's less than that. But gosh, I lost my thought. I was so into what you're saying.
You're good.
Now, do you guys have any questions? The people that are watching us, I still got more questions for you, but I was just wondering. You could just type it in the thing because Lauren will tell me. So let's see. Since it's, quarantine and you just did a show through Zoom, I'm going on this. Obviously, as we are all adapting to our new normal, was it like a stage reading? I'm sorry. Was it like a stage?
It was like a stage reading, but it was on Zoom, so it was a reading.
So how do you feel? How was your how what would be your outtake on how was doing like Zoom to obviously so different like live theater, because it's kind of like, what was your experience like? I haven't done any Zoom myself.
Oh my goodness.
For people that haven't done it and have shows coming up in Zoom, what would you tell them?
Okay, so if you're asking for advice, everybody, don't worry about it. That is my advice. That's my motto. Don't worry about it, okay? Because it's understandable if your laptop like fails and freaking out about it won't help. Just do whatever you need to do and don't worry about it because it's technology and technology messes up all the time. If anything, you can rely on technology, it is to mess up and glitch up. So don't worry about it because if it'll mess you up when you're about to act. And also, don't worry about it if you want to make sure that you're acting to the camera so that they can see you as versus to when you're reading a script. Don't worry about like making that eye line because everybody understands that you're on a laptop. So don't worry about it. Motto. And what else? What was difficult? It was really just it's just like film almost because it's nothing like theater. It's almost like film because my facial expressions, I have to make them small now, like when I do film, as opposed to with stage, you do it so big and stuff like that. And then like also, don't worry about it if you see your face up here while you're acting. Don't even look at yourself because you're going to throw yourself off because that's what happens to me every single time. I'll look at myself, I'm like, oh, I'm acting it really well. And then I'll completely miss an entrance. Or like I'll just be looking like Sierra, like make sure you're reacting to this person while they're talking, and I'm trying to like think about what they're saying and reacting to what they're saying, and completely not realizing that I'm supposed to be saying a line. Don't worry about it. Worry about it. Like make sure you do your cues, but don't worry about making sure that like in regards to like the technicalities about making sure your eye line's right, making sure that you're acting, constantly and making sure that you look okay on the camera, just be in that character and focus on making sure you develop that story and and tell that story the way that the director or that the writer wanted you to tell it. Just focus on reading the script or playing that role. I haven't been able to do something that I haven't been reading on. Like I haven't been acting where I memorized it yet. Like I haven't done that on Zoom. Nor do I really want to, like unless it's like a really good thing, unless it's like, a paid thing, of course I'll do it. I'll never turn down a role. That's another thing my mom always gave me advice for. Never turn down a role. No role is small and no audience is small. That's a great advice thing too. Yeah. But Zoom is just, Zoom is stressful. Like technology is stressful. I'm not good at technology in general. So like technology is just really hard. So don't let it get to you because sometimes it gets to me and I try not to let it.
It's really hard, especially if you have like internet problems and your connection goes out and you're like, oh.
Or like if it's slow, because like sometimes like the person's thing is slow, and then like when you're trying to catch up, it's just so awkward. Or like if someone accidentally misses their line and you go in and then they say the line at the same time and you're talking at the same time and you both stop and then you both start at the same time and you both stop. It's just so awkward.
Yeah,
But
it is. It is. It really is. Oh, sorry. I saw another question. Sorry to interrupt you.
no, you're fine. I'm done. I'm done.
So Miss Edith said, "What upcoming events does Sierra has now?" You mentioned something, but it's until like she mentioned something earlier, but I let her answer that. Miss
Yeah.
Edith.
It's like 2021, I think, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be saying anything about it because I don't know, because I don't even know if they had auditions for it yet or not. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be saying anything about it.
So Miss
But
Edith,
there's something. Watch out for my Facebook.
Miss Edith, there's something coming next year. She cannot say too much about it, but it's coming. It's coming. What I was gonna ask you? Oh my gosh, my thoughts went all out of the door because that's a great advice. I need your mom to be like my acting coach.
Of course. No, like
I
we can just all get together and just learn to act together and just practice.
Yeah, I mean I have one, too, but I want several people to get more training. Erin
Yeah.
Sullivan, if you're looking at this, hi Erin, and Alison Lawrence, hi. So she's my vocal coach. Um,
Oh, when's
that's
the last
oh
time you
wait,
did that?
sorry, I saw a message somewhere in here and I lost it. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
Oh, when's the last time you did vocal coaching?
Ooh, that was a while ago. It's been
Quarantine.
because of quarantine. It's been months ago. But if anyone is watching, please go and see Alison Lawrence. She's amazing. Also, Katherine Anderson. She's an amazing vocal coach.
Oh, I have to
So
check them out.
you should totally check them out. I'm like doing like promoting everybody.
Yes, you are. You're the best.
I should just go promote. Like I'm gonna promote Sierra Smith. Watch out for her in 2021. She got a project coming up. She cannot tell us too much about it. If you have never seen Sarah perform, she's an amazing actress, wonderful person. And I'm not just saying that to be nice. I have done a show with. I was so excited to do a show with you because it's kind of like, when you see somebody on stage and you have that goal of performing with them, and finally that happened. And I really thank JTP to make that happen. Like everybody over there, Melissa Saab, Gary. There's so many people. I love you all.
We love you. You are the sweetest, Alex. Don't even. You're so sweet. Okay.
I got my moments, okay, people.
All right.
I can be a jerk, okay. I got my moments, but I got my moments. I'm not the same, but
Don't we all?
Yeah. What I was gonna tell you. So this is another thing. Oh, sorry. This is really distracting. Oh, you're loving the interview. I'm so glad. Danny is loving the interview.
Who is?
We're trying to make it like really light, really like conversational, because it's kind of like friends do, and like people like see it, especially during this time because everybody's like stressing out and like COVID and everything. And so, do you have like different masks? This is not related to theater, but you have different masks. So like
Yes. Oh yes, I do. Actually, I have one. Oh, I don't know. It's not political, but it's a Black Lives Matter mask. It says it says protect our Black women and save our Black men with like a little.
yeah.
It definitely makes a statement. I love that mask. And then I have a little nice pink little one that has design when I don't want to make a statement because people stare at me when I wear that other mask. Like people stare, which is fine.
It's something that have to be said though, and I don't want to go all political, but it's been the reality for so long, and unfortunately things like that had to happen. And I won't go too much into it, but because people know. And there's I don't know if you have seen the Torn. They have the Torn talks before. You should check them out with Juan Eisler. And I'm gonna go back on how do you feel, as a woman of color, as a minority in this industry, and you don't have to specify like anything, but how how do you feel in the sense of how theater is? It doesn't have to be specifically here. It can be anywhere. How you feel as a minority in theater as far as roles, and how do you feel also in film? Because obviously we mentioned that before of like it's unfortunate because obviously they always have to put you like they always have to put us like the bad person and make this stereotypical the way like the angry or crazy ones.
Right.
How do you feel in that sense, and how because obviously many people that are doing like Broadway shows, they are like unemployed, and a lot of people are getting laid off. So, and then we're all fortunate to be alive right now because it's crazy out there. So, how do you feel specifically in theater right now as a person of color, as a woman of color, as a Black African American woman? There's so many ways that I can say it. As a Black woman, as an African American woman, how do you feel in the sense of like, and you don't have to specify any theater or anything like that. Have you had any like injustice? Have you felt like obviously conscious of certain things of a role that you haven't got that you knew that you were even better? And how do you feel? And then I'm talking as a sense of theater because we could go on and on and on. We talking like, but yeah.
Yeah, we go on and on and on. You're right. Okay, but in theater, I know you said I don't have to worry about location, but it's hard not to add the location part just because where I went to high school was in Wake Forest. So just in North Carolina, there are different parts of North Carolina that are very rural and very southern, and there's some that aren't. But in any case, I have definitely bumped into a lot of forms of different types of prejudice, like just basically always there's a constant of always being told to act Black or to act more urban, or to act more ghetto. I've even heard that. Or I'll have someone like if it's like improv, they'll be like, "Oh, act like a ghetto girl," and then like and put me on the spot to be this person. Why exactly? And what is that to you? And then no, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I like a really black person." What does that mean? What exactly does that mean? So yeah, I bump into that all the time as an actor, and it's it's really difficult nowadays because we see on TV all the time that, I mean, not all the time, but a lot lately. Like some of the lead roles are people who wouldn't be typical lead roles. Like there are a lot of Black female leads. There are a lot of leads who are not necessarily skinny, who are like in the plus size arena. There are people who are heavier. There are people who are not the typical, commercial pretty who are playing lead roles. However, I am still, and I know a lot of other Black female actors, we are still getting roles. Majority of the roles are just, the typical stereotypical roles, the roles where we're poor, the roles where we have where we have a lot of children, where we're dying. And, it's hard being in the South because I haven't experienced really being in the North, but I can't really see much of a difference in regards to region, honestly. But, I'm really glad we have like in film and in theater, like we have all of these, like we are really expanding in regards to diversity, and even in regards to like your sexual orientation, like everything is really changing. But in regards to the auditions that I see in my personal experience, I don't really see that. And I am definitely under the impression that if I want to have the role of a regular person, of a role that I feel like I could fit, I'm gonna have to make that myself. Like I was growing up, I've always known as a Black female who wants to be an entertainer, I'm going to have to make my own role, the role that I really want to have. But even now, after everything that's happened, I still feel like I have to do that because I don't feel like there's enough opportunity out there.
That's true. That's really
Hopefully in the
true.
future. I mean, it's getting better. I'm not trying to be negative. I mean, it is getting better, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's still not where it needs to be, and people still see us as a caricature. And, it won't change until in society people see us differently as well. But, we're not talking about politics.
Yes. But thank you for giving that, because that was also one of the, because I thought about you like right away, because I'm like, okay, it's good to interview my friends, and I thank Lauren so much on that. But obviously, with the whole thing, it's you see the limited amount of roles that they put you in these books, and you have to be a certain way. That it's hurtful because not every Black person is like that, and it's not fun. Kind of like, and I'm gonna go back a little bit of like the whole thing with blackface. That
Oh my gosh.
that's just another topic. Let's go lighter. So
Okay, because I was like, I could talk a long time about that, but it's okay.
let's go in the lighter vibe. So let's see. There's obviously a lot of change that needs to be done in the industry. Can you tell me, in all the shows that you have done, can you tell me those memories, like great memories or like aha moments that you have either on stage or backstage as an actress? Because we got like plenty, and it's so hard to remember.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have one. It's a little sad.
Oh
But
gosh. Okay.
it's still like a memorable one that I kind of like. I really relished in it in the moment as an actor. So like it was the day after Valentine's Day, and I was it was like in undergrad in college, and I was doing a show called The Rivals, and my boyfriend broke up with me the night on Valentine's Day. Like we'd gone to a fight, and he broke up with me on Valentine's Day. And then I know. And the next day I had rehearsal, and it was the day after Valentine's Day, and I was in this like I was in this role where it was like a love interest. It was like a romantic comedy, but it was a lot like what's that do you know that I am Ernest or whatever, my name is Ernest or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have heard of it, but yes.
Yeah, it's like it's like back like like Gatsby time almost, it's like almost, but not really Gatsby. I don't know. It's proper. It's not nowadays. But in any case, it was like a love interest thing. And so like I was doing a part like in my scene, it was a scene where she was heartbroken because like he basically broke up with her, or like he did something that was like, ooh, awful back in those days because it's not proper. So yeah, he really didn't do anything that bad. But she was upset and heartbroken, and like she like just laid it in, and then all of a sudden like I just felt all of this sadness rush up into me, and then I just started crying while I was saying my lines. But it was like that I was trying not to cry. I was trying to hold in that emotion, and I was trying to say my line, but I was trying to hold it all in, and it was so good. It was such a good performance, and it was just rehearsal, but I loved it. And ever since that moment, I can cry. Like I can cry like if I do any like scene, if I go on stage, like I could cry. Like from now on, I'm able to like cry in a role. And that was just a great moment for me. I loved it.
Oh.
It was so great. Oh, yes.
Now that you mention all that, I have another question. So, obviously, since you have been doing theater and you're a professional actress with an agency and all of this, and, doing the songwriter and podcaster soon, what would you tell, and I'm going based on, young girls out there that, again, look at you. And I say this because I have done a lot of, like, kid shows, and I work in a school. It's kind of like I love kids and all that.
I understand, Alice. No worries.
So it's kind of like, and I love kids. And what would you tell to little girls out there that are just like you, and they're like, trying to become a professional actress? And what would you tell parents out there that have this little kids that is all over the place? Like, oh my gosh, I want to be an actress. I want to be this and that. What, as you got the experience from your mom and your family, and you have more professional with theaters here and there. And what would you have, let's just say, just for a little girl that you just met, that she tells you, she's like, I want to be a professional actress just like you. What will be your response to that?
Okay, I'm going to give the best advice ever. And here is the best advice ever. Like, get an agent, little girl. Get an agent, no matter what. Go online and Google agencies, and don't get agents that ask for money up front. Obviously, don't do that. Get an agent that is going. Just get an agent, okay? Because you need to start soon. And if you don't get an agent, start in community theater soon. Just start acting in community theater and start acting in agencies. Schools are great. schools are fine. Schools are amazing. You go to school all you want. But if you want to be an actor, get an agent and do some theater. Do some community theater. Not some, high school theater. Do community theater. High school theater is great. I would do that too, just to learn it and stuff like that. But y'all, get an agent and do community theater. That's it. Build that resume. You need to build the resume. Please do that, because you can say that you want to act all you want, but you'll never do it unless you actually do it. Just start doing it, and then the more that you do it, the better that you'll be. Like, you can be a good actor and you could not have taken a class. Like, the more that you act, the better you will be. Just keep acting, keep doing it, keep putting yourself in different roles and keep exploring, but keep acting and get an agent.
That's like great advice. I love that you mentioned that fact, because there's obviously, again, we're both in amazing agencies, and unfortunately there's scams out there of agency that they want like the money up front. So I love that you mentioned that too, because unfortunately the parents are not aware of, like, they're paying all of this, and you're like, yeah, this is just a joke. We're just trying to make money out of you.
Right.
But
it's best to Google, Google how to get an agent. And Google, once you look at an agent, obviously, as for anything, if you're going to do an Airbnb, look up the reviews. Like, look up, is this agency a scam? Is this company a scam? Look that up and see what people say, because that'll really tell you. Other than that, get an agent. If you an actor, get an agent.
I like that. And then, obviously, I know you mentioned like Facebook and you have Instagram, so because I know like Lauren probably, and Snapchat. There you go. You can add her on Snapchat, because I know Lauren is gonna ask me for that once she posts this on the website. Does anyone have any questions? I see there's some people in here. I'm trying to think of more questions, but I'm like so excited because you're mentioning that too, especially the young kids out there.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask this, because it's kind of like, so let's see, if you, and I'm gonna give you another, because you're a creative person and you have done all these shows. You got a whole lot of shows. Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw a message from Lauren. Okay, thank you, Lauren. So, if you could direct a show, okay, any show, it could be any type of genre, and it could be a autobiographic of yourself or anything like that. What will you call it? Like, what will be the name of your show?
If I could create a show or direct a show?
Both.
Create both.
Kind of like, I'm giving you like a Lin-Manuel Miranda female thing right now. What will you do?
What would I call it?
Yeah. And I know that was not on the list of questions.
A rose by any other name.
Oh.
If I can get the copyright for it. Is that like a thing? There might be like a copyright thingy thing for it. I don't know.
I like that. Now, there's another question that I have. Sorry. Oh, wait, you don't. I'm sorry. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I know that's such a common question to ask, but where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your goals?
Well, it's not common nowadays because of quarantine, so you never know what's going to happen nowadays. But 5 years from now, I see myself in Atlanta, auditioning and being an actor.
That's true, because it's like they have plenty of stuff going on too. Not that North Carolina do have some stuff, but they are one of the hubs now.
Yeah, I mean, North Carolina is great, but like at the end of the day, if I'm getting something from my agent, I can't, like, it's harder to get a plane or a train at the last minute to Atlanta versus just being there. So, but I had to save up because Atlanta is not cheap.
No.
So 5 years from now.
That's the other thing. So yeah, it's not cheap being an actor.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's a poor life.
It's really not. Oh, I saw a comment. Great job. Oh, thank you. Did she say thanks for giving good tips in the acting field?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Now, obviously, there's many people out there that is quarantined. They cannot get out because of obvious reasons, just the essentials. in order to keep yourself motivated, and active and entertained, what do you do? What do you normally?
Podcasts, movies. I love binge watching movies and shows. Like I love that. And honestly, watching it helps me. Like just watching people act like helps me as an actor in general. Like, that just helps. So I love watching. Like I have to. I'm an actor. Like I love watching TV and shows. Like I love that. And so that's why I'm like starting a podcast. Like I'm doing two different podcasts. One about like
Oh,
society and then
yes,
one
no.
about movies and shows, like doing movies and show reviews and like just like reviewing them, letting you know, is this something that you should want to watch, stuff like that. Because I'm like,
And
I
now,
love watching shows.
sorry to interrupt you. Now,
No, you're fine.
for the podcast that you're working on, is it something that you already have like a website, or you're like in development of this thing and it's coming out like soon, or?
So I actually already have a few episodes out on Spotify and
Tell
on
us more.
Apple.
Tell
Yeah.
us more, because we didn't mention anything about the podcaster. Sorry.
It's called Why Are We Even Together? And it's called that way because it's basically the podcast is about like it's a movie and show review. So it's basically centered around around people who want to know what they want to watch, because I see my parents and me and like other couples I know, like they spend 2 hours straight trying to find something to watch, not knowing what to watch, knowing if something's good, because all you're doing during quarantine is watching shows and you don't know what you want to watch and you don't know if this is good. And there's just so much content and there's so many streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Disney. So you don't know what's good. But like I watch all the different streaming services. And if I'm already watching it, I'm like, might as well give my opinion about it. So I have a show called Why Are We Even Together? And so in case wondering, why are we even together? In case you're wondering and getting to a fight, trying to figure out what you're going to watch because you don't have anything in common, you can listen to my podcast. So you don't have to ask the question, why are we even together?
And we can
Get
check
it?
you
It's
on,
a little.
on Spotify. On
Yeah, it's
Spotify,
on
you said?
Spotify and Apple.
Okay.
And yeah.
You hear it, Spotify and Apple. Check that out.
Yeah.
Now, for your songwriting, because I know you're a songwriter.
Oh yes.
Do you have like some? Have you been like writing any songs during quarantine, or is
I
more?
actually have been writing stuff. I've been writing songs, but I really need to get into the practice of actually recording it so I can like put it up on like so everybody can see it. But I really need to start like copywriting my songs because I'm always nervous about like putting up my music on Instagram and then people like, I really need to just do that. But like I've been doing some covers. Like I've been trying to like do more cover songs on the piano. And I actually started getting back into my acoustic guitar. So I'm gonna try to like start doing that again. So that'd be kind of cool.
That's nice. And will we ever see you like, once things get back a little bit to normal? Will you ever like do a whole like little mini concert or something once you have those things ready?
Yes, most definitely. Yes, I will for sure. Yeah, I would love that,
Oh,
especially after quarantine. Like I'm gonna want to get out the house and do stuff.
yes, because I mean, there's some friends of mine that they have like kind of like social distancing concert, and people are wearing like the mask, and they're like 6 feet away, and they have the little stage.
Oh
Will you be
wow.
maybe something like that?
Okay. Yeah. Let me get more comfortable with the guitar, but yes,
That's good. So
it'll
check
be
this
fun.
Spotify and Apple for your podcast.
Yes.
And people, if they wanna know more about you, you said
My Instagram, which is Queen_SIERRAAA. 3 A's.
all right. Say one more time, just in case people want to listen.
Queen underscore SIERRAAA. Sierra, like Sierra Mist, but
Yes.
Sierra with 3 A's.
Good. So that's how you can keep up with her stuff and theater, podcasts, and everything that she have going on. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. Okay. So I think we cover acting. Oh, hi. Laura pop up in one of the screens, but I don't. Hi.
I see her. Hi.
I see her on the Facebook thing. Oh, there she is. Hi.
Hi.
Sierra, I'm such a huge fan now. Now I have to see you on stage. You are delightful.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I love that. Okay, Alex, I'm sorry. Did I come back too soon? I can go away again.
You're fine. I just, the funny thing, it's so weird because I have my phone up here and I saw you pop in and I'm like, oh, and I have to flip it. So I'm like, oh, there's somebody.
For those of you watching on Facebook, you have no idea the technology that this takes.
It's
Oh, anyway, well, thank you guys. This was awesome. You both are a breath of fresh air. I don't know, I feel so happy now.
yay. Thank you for having us, though.
Oh, thank you for having me speak on here. I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. I've never
It was
been
really
interviewed like
fun.
this before, so this is great.
Well, and I love that you guys are so laid back and conversational. And Sierra, you gave such good tips for
Thank you.
actors out there. So I love that.
Yeah.
Do you want to say what agency you're with?
Yeah, I'm with JTA, and they're in Charlotte, JTA agency, and they're a great agency. They are so friendly. They are so family oriented. I love them so much. So
And Alex, you want to share which agency you're with?
KG Talent, and she might come to KG Talent.
I might go into
You
KU,
might come to
possibly.
I don't know. I don't know if you can be in two agents, but let me
No,
tell
you
you.
can't. You can't. You
No.
can't. No, you can't. I
See,
already looked
another
into
tip. I
it.
didn't know.
No, you
Now we
can't.
know.
No, you can't. I might just go into KU, but who knows? We'll see.
Well, Terry is a joyful person. Terry is just Terry of KU Talent is an amazing.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Terry Geller and Julie, they're amazing.
But
Aw.
anyway, thank you guys so much. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Like I said, a breath of fresh air. Kind of, you made my night. You made my week.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Um,
Sierra.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
You guys are so sweet.
So tomorrow, come back and join us. We've got two events tomorrow. We're taking another field trip across the pond and going to London. And Mike McGee is going to be interviewing Bill
Oh.
Evers from And Juliet, which is now a show I'm a little obsessed with and need to see. So we're gonna talk. He'll be on at 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock UK time. And that'll be on Instagram Live. And then right back here on Facebook Live, Juan Isler has assembled an amazing torn panel for tomorrow night, and that will be at 7:30 p.m. So come right back here and join that conversation.
Yes.
And thank you guys again. Take care. I hope to
Thank you.
see you soon.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys.
So much. Appreciate
And
it.
if you tuned in late, this interview will live on Facebook, and in the next couple of days, it should be on our RDU on Stage website as well. And I'll put all your social media links as well.
Yay. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Good
Alex.
night.
Yes.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Sarah. Have a good night.
Bye.